And that's why firemen never eat squash. This is Tuesday, October 23rd, and we're going to get into more similes and metaphors. Once again, big picture homework is due tomorrow. I'll be showing you more information about that. There's also a remind going out tonight. Short story tests are returned. We'll talk about that in a second, too. The volleyball game is tomorrow, Wednesday after school. If you pay $1, you get a chance. One of the kids who gets hit in the face with the ball, but you don't have to. If you're scared and just want to watch other kids get hit, I completely understand that, too. I'll be willy-nilly hitting any child I can. With your short story tests, they've been returned, and you're more than welcome to do the test corrections. It's on my website. Just go to where you find the short story questions, and then right above that, there says short story corrections. Every question that you correct correctly gets you 1 point added back onto your grade. And it is open to everybody, even if you bombed it, or if you got like an almost perfect score. It is open to anybody who wants to spend the time to fix things. You fix it, turn it back in. You have until Monday before I delete everything off my website. You can turn it in after Monday. It's just that you will not have access to things from there. One last thing with your iPad. With the homework, if you've not looked at the remind I sent out yesterday, I want you to go ahead and go to my website now so I can show you what you're going to be doing for this. And now there is a new page on my website called Poetry. So you're going to go there and click on the one that says Poetry. And when you click on the one that says Poetry, you're going to scroll down to the one that says Big Picture Homework File. You can click on the other buttons. They're not going to help you, but if you just like button clicking, more power to you. But you're going to click on the one that says Big Picture Homework File. Once you've done that, it's going to bring up all the directions that you're going to need for the homework, where you're going to see a bunch of different pictures on there, and it's going to tell you that you're going to pick one picture, and then you're going to go through and write 3 similes and 3 metaphors about that one picture. Anything in the picture is fine, but all of your similes and metaphors are about the same picture. So if you want to do the one about the giant fish, that's fine. But don't do like 2 similes about the fish, and then 2 about the rat, and then 2 about like the scary guy behind the desk. You're just going to do all of them about the same picture, whichever picture you want to go with. Now, when you do that picture, you can do different things in the picture. You can do the rat picture. You can do one about how the rat's tail is like a rope, and then one about how the man is a tower, and then one about how the trees are toothpicks, and that's fine. You can do different things in the picture. Just make sure you focus on that one picture. The only way to really mess it up is to be a wussy and turn your similes into metaphors, where you'll go through and say, the giant fish is like the sun, simile. The giant fish is a sun, metaphor. The giant fish is like a blimp. The giant fish is a blimp. These are easy. No. Because of that, it's like you failed your homework. You did fail your homework. So I'm not going to give you credit for it. So you have to come up with 6 different comparisons with whatever's going on in that picture. Now, questions as far as that homework goes, will be due tomorrow. I'm assuming once you start it, it shouldn't take you super long, but it depends on how creative you are. Ice Ray?
I was going to ask where the poetry is. I'm not seeing it.
So did you click where it says the homework files?
Okay.
And then you clicked on for you, it says advanced.
Okay.
And then you see, you go down and see the one that says poetry.
Thank you.
Right there in front of you. This is sneaky of me. All right. So no other questions as far as Jackson?
Why do you have a picture of a man holding a rat?
Because a picture of a man holding
what?
a unicorn was too big to fit on there. Now you can clear off the iPad. We're done with that, and back to the bell-worky thing we did yesterday. We're going to try and help you from there before I have to violently knock your iPad onto the ground to help you learn a lesson.
Yay! Ow!
That would be destruction of property.
Well, no, I gave you the warning ahead of time. It's by your own choice.
I did that one. Oh, yeah, I finished yesterday.
All right. So we went through this with you guys yesterday, and then we did our thingies from there. Did you guys get a chance to start sharing your similes and metaphors?
Yes.
You did. All right. Did we get through all of them with you guys? I mean, not everybody. But did I do full circle and get back to the same person?
Malachi was explaining why you were a donkey.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Explaining how you were a donkey.
So, who went first yesterday?
Reese.
Reese. And who did Reese read it to? Geek. And Geek, who did you read yours to?
Mallory.
To Mallory. And who did you read yours to?
Harmony.
Harmony. And Harmony, you read yours to? And then that's far. I forgot. Okay.
Wait,
Sam.
Sam.
Then Jackson.
Ben.
No, wait, Brennan was in there.
So then we're almost to the end because we had to finish the first round. And we're going to get to the second round here in just a moment. Yeah, the second round's going to be tough. So then Malachi, we'll let you finish out our very last one for this round so you don't feel left out. So what you're going to get a chance to do is, because I'm old and I don't remember where we stopped, you get to pick either simile or metaphor, your choice one way or the other. And we'll have you read yours to Reese. That way Reese gets to do both parts of it. So that way she doesn't feel like she gets left out. So now you're going to tell us.
Reese already went.
Yes, she read hers, but did you do the first part where you had to decide whether it was simile or metaphor? No. See, now I have a big heart. No.
Okay.
You've already done that part. Just the full circle part. All right, so Malachi, you're going to read it to Reese. Reese, you tell me simile, metaphor, none of the above, all those parts. Hopefully you remember from yesterday. If not, then it'll be fun. Malachi, you may begin now.
My mind is as small as a pebble.
My mind is as small as a pebble.
Simile.
I accept. Comparing what two nouns?
His mind to a pebble.
I accept. And what do they have in common? They're both...
Small.
You seem scared. Nicely done. Or maybe you were being artistic because you said the word small with a very small voice. And that was very poetic of you. Nicely done. I'm sure that's what you were planning on. So let's see, now you guys have your notes. The notes now open up to everybody so we can help you out. So now we get to the tougher part. Skip that. Did that. I'm sure why that's up there again.
What?
For the next thing we're going to do, you have to know what these two things are, because if not, it's going to get confusing. This is a mime. So pay attention, the mime space is all white with the black paint like that. It's going to pop up in a moment. And these are
Sardines!
Sardines, little fish that are all smashed in a little can.
These
So
are
you'll need to know what those are. And this next thing we're going to do. I'm going to skip this for now. Alright. So here's what's going to happen. I have a poem that we're going to go through. So now those of you who are visual learners, you are going to visuate, I think that's a word, and you're going to look up there and see whether you see similes or metaphors in there. So now, the same thing as before, but now you get to read them up there. Plus, much like before, I'm going to be calling on the random people, looking deep in my heart to see who's volunteering, be able to go for it from there. So the first one, I agree. Kix, you can't go, but Roger will get a chance to go. I just wanted to give you a little taunting on that one. So Roger, thanks for volunteering to go for the first one up there. So what you're going to do is you're going to read the first stanza where it says, "My father is a man with hair like a rainbow. Children think his nose is a large red tomato." And then you're going to see if you see any similes or metaphors in the first line. And then we're going to give someone else the second line in just a moment. My goal is hopefully babbling long enough to give you a chance to figure it out.
Wait, am I doing both lines?
Just the first line.
Okay.
Okay. The first line, Roger, simile, metaphor, or nothing at all?
Simile.
I agree. Comparing what two nouns?
Hair and rainbow.
You seem confused. Are you sure?
Wait.
I know, there's a lot of nouns.
Hair and rainbow.
Okay, I agree. Nicely done. I was just saying if you'd be confused and not. And why are we comparing his hair to a rainbow? It doesn't tell you up there. You're going to have to use your imagination. What does a rainbow have?
Color.
So what do you think is moving about his hair?
Dyed. Like color.
Works for me. Nicely done. See, good teamwork on that one. Now we'll jump down to the second line that's up there. And for the second line, do we have simile, metaphor, or none of the above? Children think his nose is a large red tomato.
It's a metaphor.
Did you say metaphor?
I think she said it's...
A metaphor.
Okay. I agree. Comparing what two nouns?
His nose and a large red tomato.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. But once again, you can only do nouns. And you put a whole bunch of words in there.
Oh, I said large. I'm stupid. I'm sorry.
This seems a bit severe. Okay. So what two nouns are being compared?
Okay. His nose and a tomato.
I accept that. Why are we comparing his nose to a tomato?
Because his nose looks like a tomato.
Good. Now, what are we saying about his nose? It's edible, so you have to, there's a reason why.
It's big and it's red.
I would accept that. Nice enough. Now, the problem with this being a poem is that it's going to build on itself. So you're going to have to pay attention to the first stanza, be able to understand second stanza as it goes down from there. Hawaiian, I agree. I think volunteering is a good idea to help wake you up a little bit. But now it's a bit more challenging. I'm going to give you the whole stanza to yourself to see if there's any similes, metaphors in that whole stanza.
Thanks.
So we have His feet seem to be small, flat-bottomed boats. They are large in size, lacking the ability to float. Simile, metaphor, or nothing in there at all.
Huh. You see.
I do.
They're
I'm also going to hear in a moment, too.
Oh God, no!
I'm not God, dear. It's okay. He's taller.
How do you know what to eat?
I'm gonna say metaphor.
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
You feel confident?
No.
Oh, Kix, you say no? No metaphor?
What?
You say no to metaphor.
No.
What do you say it is?
Nothing.
You say there's nothing in there at all.
No.
Navi, did you cover your ears for her or for her?
For her.
So you're saying what?
There's nothing.
You're saying nothing also?
Yeah, hers.
She's doing the whole thing.
Can I explain my reasoning?
Yeah.
So I think it's a metaphor because you're still comparing something.
Okay. You
But I'm
go.
still afraid.
You go with whatever answer you feel strong with.
I don't feel strong at all.
And your answer is?
Ah! Just hit it, just go!
You have to give me an answer first.
I don't know what my answer is!
And one. Pick one or the other. Pick one.
Metaphor!
Good job, metaphor.
Wait, really? Yeah!
That's why you had to pick one. You can't say middle. So, what two things are being compared?
His
His feet.
and boats.
Good job. Comparing his feet to boats. Why are we comparing his feet to boats? What do they have in common?
They're small and flat bottomed.
Now, to help you out this real quick, we're comparing his feet to boats. So
Yeah.
we're saying that means his feet are small, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense to you? Have you ever seen a foot? How big is a foot? Roughly with your hands. This big?
Okay,
This big?
I'm delusional
It
right now. Like,
How big is a foot? Look at your foot. You look at it. Now, how big is a boat? With your hands. So if we're saying his feet are boats, is that saying his feet are small or big?
well, oh my God.
You're not the only one
He has
suffering
big,
here.
he has
What's throwing
big
you off?
feet. Then he has big feet.
Correct.
It's like the boat.
This is the thing I'm going to do on the test, where I put the word small in there, because I'm comparing his
I'm
feet
tired.
to small boats. But saying your foot is a small boat is still a really large foot. Just like if I say your
No
hair
one's
is a
feet
small
can be like
volcano,
this big.
that's still really big. So don't be confused by just the
I'm
words.
tired.
Do the under- It's not just you. They were all suffering the same issue. Don't worry, Hawaiian. You're almost done.
Okay.
Second line. Was there anything in there?
Something that would help me.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Stop it! Give me a second. Give me a second!
And your answer is?
Nothing!
Correct. Nothing.
Thank God!
Don't you feel more awake now?
No!
Next up. Well, once again,
I'm
that
still
went so
tired.
well. Mika's volunteering to take over the second stanza. Thank you.
Kind of saw that coming.
Me too. His face is painted with colors so bright, or sometimes it is snow, a pale, eerie white.
Me.
So in that whole stanza, similes, metaphors, or nothing in there at all.
The whole stanza?
The whole stanza. Not the whole poem, just the stanza. So those two lines.
Oh, both of them.
Those two lines make up one stanza.
Wait, do I do one at a time?
Sure. If that makes it easier on you.
Okay, so the first line is nothing,
Okay.
and the second line is metaphor.
So you're saying nothing in metaphor, correct? Is correct. Good job.
Excelente.
I'm like
Alright.
freaking
And
out.
not done yet.
No!
What are your two nouns being compared?
His face, and snow.
Good job. Why are we comparing his face to snow?
Because it's painted so pale that it looks like the color of white snow.
I accept that.
Me!
Is your father a clown?
The poem's not over. There's still much more.
It is!
Uber! Animals everywhere. People be ticket buying. His silly little dances, cheering kids who are crying.
Why are you crying?
Wow.
It's a circus, obviously.
So once again, Uber, you have the whole stanza all to yourself. You've had success so far. So you're saying nothing in either line. You're saying I gave you a stanza with nothing in either. Jeremiah, you're saying she's a liar?
You're a liar. No. Caroline is not a liar.
She's correct. There is nothing in those stanzas whatsoever. Decawdin! Nicely done. I'm proud of you for volunteering. We'll give you the next two. All the people around him laugh near and far as he and 15 friends unload from the car.
It's a clown.
So I'll give you the whole stanza again. You get both lines. Simile, metaphor, or nothing at all.
Nothing, right? I don't know.
You can't ask me. You're going to tell me. That's how the game show works.
I'm so scared.
I really don't think there's anything.
Well, I don't need thinking. I need knowing.
But I don't know.
Well, much like I made Hawaiian, you got to pick a stance one way or the other.
Yeah, it sucks.
Or the third one.
Nothing.
So you're saying I gave 4 lines in a row with nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
And that's what you want to go with?
Yeah. No.
It's correct. Good job.
Am I the only one who's made a mistake? I only did one line.
Their small and colorful bodies all spilling out like midgets in Hawaiian shirts covered with trout.
That's me.
Tybo! That'd be you, dear. So I'm going to give you both those lines again, so you get the whole stanza. Okay.
And then, and then the second line. No, I don't.
Go ahead. I'm just stretching.
The second one is simile.
Is that what you're going with? Are you confident?
No.
Well, pick an answer and be confident with it. So that way I can know if I have to yell at Roger Roger or not.
Yeah, I'm confident.
And you're saying simile in the second line?
Yeah. I think the whole thing's a simile. Yeah.
I would agree. It all works as one big simile. So what 2 things are being compared, Tybo?
You're welcome.
Now remember, you're only giving me 2 nouns.
Oh. Why did you smell that?
Just testing it.
I wouldn't do that.
And? Friends and? And? It's correct. Good job. Wait, Tybo, you're not done yet. There's one more thing. Why are we comparing his friends coming out of the car to midgets wearing Hawaiian shirts that are all covered in trout? I could go with that. It's more yet, as the whole poem comes together, you're going to figure out what his friends are, which explain what they look like. And what are his friends?
Clowns.
Yes, that's the clowns, like all stuff.
That'd be such a good one.
Charlie, you're volunteering for the next one?
No, I was
That's nice.
gonna say.
Charlie, I hate to see him nowadays when given a pie, white creamy frosting like glue on his eyes. Once again, we'll give you the whole stanza.
Nothing in the first one and simile in the second one.
That's correct. Good job. Comparing what 2 nouns?
Frosting and glue.
And why are we comparing them?
Because they're both white.
Works for me. Nice one.
Oh, my
Sam, our next one. Juggling 6 objects, screaming ferrets or bowling pins. His arms moving so fast, it's just a whirlwind.
I don't think it's anything.
In both lines, nothing?
Yeah, I think.
Saved by the bell.
Malachi and Sam waved everybody as you wait for them to leave. You had everything packed up, so that you're volunteering to leave last. Tomorrow, homework comes.